Okay, this is a Microflight robotic pilot for the Microflight RC Trike. This is a new version of the pilot that I created back in 1980 when I first built one of these RC trikes. So this is a modern version of that pilot, and it's designed to affect the control as a real pilot would control a real trike or microlight. Up until today, I have not seen anything similar for this particular type of model. In fact, the RC trikes are very rare, and there's only a few people that have surfaced in the past years that have come up with radio control trikes or radio control kites. Some people use a kite instead of a real wing. My wings are not very complex. They're very simple wings, and they're designed to keep the weight low. It has flown before with the typical controls, two servos at the rear controlling the small control bar, crossbar that is attached to the keel. The keel is the main section. It's the main spar here that runs from the front to the back of the wing. I never liked that setup because it's not realistic. And so I decided to pull the arms out of my original pilot that I did back in 1980. I had a similar pilot, and I flew a radio control trike back then. Unfortunately, I don't have video because I didn't have a camera back in those days. And I was just getting into the design of the trikes. And although the pilot worked and flew, I have some pictures on the internet on various RC sites. I believe most of my pictures are up on RC Universe. I did have some photos in RC groups as well, back many years ago. So this is it's basically the same arms that I use on the pilot that I had back in 1980. And I'm pretty sure that once this video is out and is seen by some people, I'm pretty sure that this setup will be mimicked by some RC enthusiasts. It's just the nature of things that when something's out and something very cool and very clever is done, some people will just lift it, and some will be kind to give credit where it's due, and some just don't. So, but anyway, I think I have plenty of history up on my website and in various forums that I've been posting regarding the radio control trikes. Back in the day, I was pretty much on my own. There were attempts by some companies back in the late 80s, early 90s, I believe, at doing microlights, but none of them had this particular setup here that I have on this particular trike. And primarily, basically, because this setup requires a little more geometrical calibration. It's got to be geometrically precise. If you get this wrong, you may get it to fly. You may have some control, but you will not have total control when you need it. And that's one of the most important things that I try to do with it when I did this particular pilot, is concentrate on those aspects, not just to get it to fly and have some control, but full control when you need it. And this is, you can see it here. This is how the arms control it, and it's all done through the specific lengths on the arms, specific position, and and also you got to have the right kind of servos for this type of control. So this is the Trike-Microlight robotic pilot. It doesn't have a skin over it, but that is the not too worry about putting a skin on the skeletal mechanical setup here. I also have some legs that are operated in the same fashion, and that's my next steps, to do the legs to control the front wheel. This is operated by the two legs in similar fashion to how the pilot is operating the control bar. And this is to establish a more realistic control and a more realistic appearance on the radio controlled trikes. Okay, this is a new setup. It's an improved control for a radio control real pilot for an RC Trike Ultralight or Microlight, where the pilot shifts the weight by moving the control bar of the wing left, right, up, down. Basically 4 servos. 2 are the upper arm muscles, and these would be your wrist muscle. You need the wrist muscles to effect side to side movement like a real arm does. A real hinge, a real human hinge or a real human joint, is a little more complex, and it's got a lot more mixing, if you will, between the XYZ coordinates of each joint. So it's a lot more complex than what we have here, but this pretty much mimics it to a good degree, where we have some very far extensions left and right, which is essential for control of the radio control trike. There's not many systems like this on the market or by individuals. This is the first of its kind. I have done some research on the internet to try to find somebody that's got something similar, and I have not been able to find anybody, so I am going to take this as the first. I did a similar setup about 20 some years ago with the first radio control pilot that I did for a larger RC Trike or a RC Ultralight Microlight that I built back in the 80s, and it was based on the similar concept of using 2 servos for the forward and back. I did not have the wrist servos here, but it used the same concept, and it worked to some degree. The wrist servos allow the bar to travel sideways a lot further than if you just had the 2 torso servos controlling the bar. Those have limitations, basically geometrical limitations, and this setup here gives it a little more room for control. You got much better control and a lot more power than just operating the bar with 2 servos. This system needs a little further tweaking, but I'm near perfecting this setup, and I should have the Trike-Microlight radio control pilots very soon. Oh boy, what a mess. What a mess. I got 2 trikes going on here. This is the to replace the one that I crashed this morning. It's all aluminum. This little bit thicker aluminum than the true to scale trike, which is right behind here. This is true to scale trike, still in its construction stages. There's the crossbar. Frame. It's got the leading edge and the keel already set up for it, and is based on this particular model here. Oh boy, I'm tired. This is the more freestyle one, which is going to have the old wing, the green wing that I just showed in the testing of the radio control pilot for the RC Trike pilot. This puppy is another one that I did a while back. It's G.I. Joe size. They're all about 1/16, 1/5, 1/16. Nah, what am I saying? They're all about 1/6, 1/6, 1/5 scale. Anyway, some of the cool stuff that I've been working on. Hopefully I'll get this done soon and I'll do a nice video.